New Sensible salads under 600 calories with the dressing? You better believe it. Only at Zaxby's.
Check out the all-new Local3News.com.
You never need a reason from us to make a visit down to the Chattanooga Market, but we will give you one unsolicited anyway. Melissa Lale is back today, and she has brought with her Dustin Concannon, who wowed us a few years ago with his Asarum food truck. And this Sunday, right, Melissa, he and other vendors at the market are going to wow folks because it's the 5-star food fight.
It is. So we haven't gotten to do this since 2019. We are super excited. But as things are a little, you know, the restaurants are still adjusting staffing wise. So we thought, gosh, we've got all this talent right here in our own market family. Right. And I think I'm like, why haven't we done this before? It's going to be really fun.
I am not telling you a story, Dustin. When Melissa mentioned that she was bringing you, I thought, wait, that's kind of a familiar name, Asarum. I remember quite well when you were out in our parking lot and people were lined up at your food truck because you're so creative with the menu.
Yeah, it's really happened so fast. We're going into our second fiscal year, and I have to sometimes pinch myself, you know, how things have really grown in that first year, really.
So what you're doing today is kind of reflective, I guess, of kind of the purpose of the 5-star food fight, right? Because isn't this where they shop the market?
Yes.
To create their magic?
Exactly. So we're going to give them some shopping money, $50. We won't tell them what the protein is. They won't purchase that. I'll give that to them at the 11th hour, so to speak. And then they're going to figure out what they make. And yes, the whole purpose is to show what you can do with the market finds that you have. And I think this year, different from other years, you know, some of the restaurant chefs tend to create these amazing, beautiful meals, and some of us might walk away and say, I could never make that.
Right.
And I have a feeling, I'm hoping, that with this setup, it'll be things that when you're watching the competition, you'll go, oh, I can do that.
Right. Okay, then we're going to hope that this morning, Dustin, because we're watching you over there chopping away. So what are you making?
I'm doing a local summer bruschetta, and it's most of the ingredients I'm using today I bought at the market, and you can actually purchase any of this at the market. But the idea of this is it's elegant, it's something refreshing for the summer, it's something that you can impress your friends with, but it's easy to make and something you can make in like 5 minutes.
Right, okay.
So, and that's what we're demonstrating right now.
I'm gonna talk while you work. How about that? I'll put all of the emphasis on you, but I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. That was a tomato that you just cut up. Obviously, this is your purple onion. Is that a peach that you have there?
That is, yes. So it's not your typical bruschetta, but like I said, just to add a little summer flair to it, just adding a little sweetness to it. And yeah, and like I said, it's a little different take on a classic.
I'm all about the appearance. That's part of it with food, right? Is that it's a visual experience too.
It is, and that's one of the criteria that the judges will look for is the creativity, the use of the market ingredients, and the presentation. And as he's chopping that onion, one note that I just have to share is when you're buying a purple onion from market, and Julie, I mean, I'm guilty as anyone, sometimes we all go to the grocery store and I'll grab an onion. When I buy onions from the market, in a good way, they smell my entire fridge because they are totally more aromatic and and taste delicious.
Oh, I love that.
So different from a grocery store onion.
One of the things that I noticed that was interesting to me that Dustin used the word kind of a cool, refreshing summer treat. The basil. What's the line from Jerry Maguire? You had me at basil. I love that. That just, you know right away it's going to be something refreshing. That's the perfect word.
Yes, summery.
But you won't have that same pop if you don't put that basil in there.
Oh no, especially with bruschetta too, it's definitely a star. Like you got to have tomatoes, you have to have basil. Those are definitely two of the big elements.
And the microgreens are something that we have at Chattanooga Market, and a lot of people are a little scared off. They don't know how to use them or how to store them. So Dustin, I don't know which variety you have there.
It is amaranth, and actually got it from Groovy Gardens, which is a local market dealer.
Yep.
And so what will that add to it? What does the microgreen add to it?
It adds color. Honestly, with this particular microgreen, the flavor is not as strong as others, but it's definitely like I said, it's like a presentation piece, like something you could easily get at the market to impress your friends, family, anything like that.
Is part of it too the texture? Because it does offer.
It offers it does offer a texture to it as well. You know, you get that bite on the end, and it's got a very like lettucey kind of almost licorice kind of finish to it, which kind of adds a different element to the dish as
Do you
well.
ever wonder if these culinary experts, are they just born with a different palate than the rest of us? Because they know how to pull out, I mean, I guess he knows the flavors he's putting in, but they know how to read all the nuances of things.
I do think, because to me it's an art form, right? Like painting or being a musician, and those are qualities I don't necessarily have. So I do think it probably takes someone special. Now, I just happen to know that Dustin is classically trained. He received a degree at Virginia Culinary. I'm going to say it all wrong. Virginia Culinary Institute. Is that?
Yeah, that's correct.
And so he actually does know what he's doing.
He's not just messing around in the kitchen. I bet you make a mean peanut butter and jelly, don't you?
Oh, no doubt about it.
The rumor I always hear is that the folks who cook for a living literally do eat peanut butter and jelly at home.
That's why I've said it. Sure.
Yeah, you can't discount the classics, you know, that's
You're
the
right.
thing.
Okay, so I know I see you over there kind of plating this thing up. Is that right?
Absolutely. So what I'm adding now is just an herb goat cheese with cranberry and honey.
Oh, nice.
And just like I said, the traditional way of doing this would be using mozzarella, but it's just adding a different flair to the dish to add a little brightness. And like I said, it's more of just a refreshing dish. It's got a lot of nice sweet notes to it.
I like that. It's just a goat cheese with honey, not a Kraft singles.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay, well, Melissa and I are like two friends on a lunch date right now.
We're drooling.
We're just watching for the server to come and bring us our appetizer. So, and what I love is, I mean, we're on TV, right? You and I are both sitting here going, okay, time's ticking.
When's he coming?
Time's ticking. And Dustin's over there going, okay, I got to get this just right.
Yep,
But isn't that part of it at the market
it
on Sunday, that there's a
absolutely
time
is.
limit for them,
Yes,
right?
yes. So they will have an hour to cook. And then when their buzzer goes off, they're staged, they will have 5 minutes to quickly plate for 5 judges. And I need to mention, MC is David Carnes.
No way.
I should have said that right up front. Yes, yes.
Does he get to sample?
Yes,
Oh.
he gets his own, so he will
That's
have.
a good gig.
He is the sixth man, and you know, he's a foodie. He loves his food.
And he loves people, and he will have
And
you
loves
laughing, Dustin. So when you're through sweating it out and you've got your 5 minutes are up and you've got it plated,
Yeah.
It's like going to Dick's Last Resort or something with David up there behind the mic.
Yes.
Only he's nice about it. He's not going to
it's
insult
going to be
anybody.
a lot of fun. He enjoys it.
And now will they share at all the ingredients that they're buying so that the
Yes.
lay people out there can go in there and try to duplicate?
Yes, great question. So when they come back from their shopping, David will go one by one and ask them, what did you buy? Where did you buy it? That sort of thing. And then when they make their dish, they will verbally present it to the judge, so you'll be able to hear. We actually have a film crew there who we have big TVs and a film crew. So if you don't, if you're watching and you're 10 rows back or whatever, you should be able to see it just fine.
All right, we're on the Jeopardy countdown.
Here we are.
They're going to make me go to commercial, and I'm not about to do that without biting into that bruschetta that you slaved so.
It's beautiful,
oh my gosh.
actually.
I can't eat that.
It's
Look
so
how
pretty.
perfect that is.
Thank you.
And the smell.
Cheers, my friend.
Cheers. Do you smell it?
Oh yeah.
That's the basil
Is there a balsamic too?
There is a balsamic
Yeah.
reduction on it as well, yes.
And the goat cheese has an aroma.
Take a bite, it's not going to be very pretty.
Yeah, no. We're
So
going
they
to
can cut to commercial when we bite.
Love you guys. Uh-oh.
Hi, welcome to Sonic. May I take your order?
Tucson.